Alright, I got a little bit of a different type of video for you today. This is really just going to be looking back at 3 speculative stocks that I suggested taking a look at. And really, the only reason I'm taking a look at these is because they've had some unprecedented growth coming on here in the last, since posting the videos that I did. These things are absolutely going wild. What did I say? So here's number one here, obviously the most absurd one here. Fuel Cell Energy was one that I listed in a video that I released on the 6th of December. Listed as one of my top speculative stocks for the year upcoming. So the thing is, it's already taken effect and absolutely rocked it. So December 6th here, you see this thing was 56 cents a share. And I said I was going to buy it if it got down to, I think I said around 45 cents per share. Stupid idea, right? Now that you look at it in hindsight, but whatever. So if you look in hindsight, since then, holy crap, right? Am I wrong here? This thing has gone up $1.53 per share. Now up 273% since the 6th. So in less than a month, it went up 273%. And this is the situation in which penny stocks can certainly get you some cashish. Now, if you're thinking about it right now, there's news related to this. Typically, this kind of stuff happens with not really much reported news. But overall, don't let this, in my opinion, I would not let this justify regularly investing in penny stocks, because the same could happen in the opposite direction, as it tends to do sometimes. So, and in my opinion of this, it's not going to hold tight at where it's at right now. I really don't believe it's going to hold tight at above the $2 mark, but really it's all because of this news article here where Fuel Cell announces the start of commercial operations of a 2.8 megawatt fuel cell project located at Tulare, California wastewater treatment facility. The power plant is fueled by the city's biogas, which is treated by Fuel Cell's Sure Source Treatment Cleanup Technology System. Fuel Cell has executed a 20-year power purchase agreement with the local electric utility, Southern California Edison, to purchase the renewable and carbon-neutral power for supply to the state electric grid. Okay. So good for them. Obviously, they reached a commercial agreement, which is key for them. That's really been their issue, obviously, is the fact that there really isn't that much revenue going on for them right now. They really aren't really making, what can I say? They're not making money. But hopefully this can be the start of something different, where they can start a bunch of different, chain reaction in terms of agreements. It'd be really good for them. Is it possible? I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I do think this thing's going to bounce down back to the around $1 range within the next month, in my opinion. So don't get too hyped for this thing. Unless they come out with some more news, it's probably going to sit back down, simmer back to around the 1 month area. Yep, there you go. Next one is going to be MAXR Technologies. I spoke about this one on the 12th of December, so on the 12th of December, I said this might be a decent buy. And shoot, I mean, if you look at it, since the 12th, this bad boy is up 5%. That's right. And I was very tempted to buy this one. And again, I set a limit price for when I was going to buy it. And honestly, I'm not upset that I missed out on it. I think there's plenty of room for it still to go up. But I'm not upset that I missed out on it, and that's why I really set limit prices whenever I'm talking about a stock. I think about what I want for fair value, and where I think it can get to. I set a limit, so I don't mess up, you know what I mean? Back in the start, when I was early starting out, I would market buy all the time. Market buy is really just not a good option. In my opinion, you should never market buy. You should always, and I mean always, set a limit purchase. So set a price that you are okay buying the stock at. Don't just say, I think this could be good, and buy it right then and there. You need to determine what you think a good limit is for it, what you want to buy it at, and then set that for that. And then if you reach that limit price, well, good for you. And if the stock doesn't reach that limit price, well, that's okay. You can move on and find something else. So MAXR had a little bit of news too, which is an interesting article. MAXR sells their MDA space robotics business to consortium led by Northern Private Capital for $1 billion Canadian dollars, or 765 million US dollars, which is good for them because they're a money-losing company and they really needed the money, but it's a big portion of their business that they've just sold off. So it includes ground stations, radar, satellite products, robotics, defense, and satellite components. So honestly, it's kind of an interesting thing, them selling this part of their business off. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. We're going to be okay with that. I'm not necessarily going to be considering buying this stock at this level. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what's in the future for this stock because of this. That's all I can tell you. I know the cash flow is good for them, but I don't know what they're going to do with the cash flow, so I can't suggest buying it. And lastly, on the video I also posted on the 12th, you see here MAXR, or what am I talking about? Space, SPCE, Virgin Galactic Holdings. To be fair, this is one I said maybe I don't trust that much. I said I didn't know if I liked it long term. Since then, up 25% actually, just in less than a month period. So very good return. And this is really not off any news at all. So this is 100% just based off of it rebounding. You know what I mean? So this thing was pretty well just sitting here at this $10.50 range for the longest time, and then absolutely got hammered. And now it's just rebounding. So that's really why you're seeing it back up to this price again. So there's nothing absurd going on with this stock. I still don't know if I really am a huge fan of it. I think they have the potential to be something pretty interesting for sure. I think it could be a very interesting company. My only thing is I don't know if it matters, because their core business I don't think is going to be something that's very, viable for the near future at all. And we're talking 20 years out, 20, 30 years out at least. And even then, if you think about space travel, this is going to be something so, to make it commercial, it's going to be so commercially unavailable, just due to the, prices of tickets of what this would be like. People might do it for novelty stuff like weddings, stuff like that. But overall, I think it's really going to be, this company's really marketing more to the rich at the moment, but maybe 20, 30 years down the road, they can make it a little bit more accessible, and that's if they're successful even. We have some flights scheduled, I believe, for them this year, 2020, so we'll see if they're able to have successful flights and see what happens to them. So that's really all I got for you, this recap, but just a couple stocks that have really just gone off since I made a video about them. So I just wanted to point that out and see what my opinions are of them right now, so hope you enjoyed.